Hello everybody. It is time for some games. Not just any game. The game I have spent the most time playing, which goes by the name of Factorio. Oops. 1 second. Still loading. Gotta make sure it's the right size. So today we will be playing Factorio. It is one of my all-time favorite games. Actually, I'd say that it's in the list of top 3 games of all time for me. Oh, did they change the soundtrack? Oh, it's new. Okay, excellent. Settings. Hang on. New soundtrack. This is awesome. Other top 2 games. I think Ocarina of Time is up there in the top 3. And I'd have to think about the last one. I think maybe StarCraft. Yeah. So, this is Factorio. It is insane. If you guys have any questions about it, let me know. It's going to be a trip. New game. We're going to do a free play. We're going to change the terrain. We don't want cliffs. Resources. Let's change the frequency of these. Oh, they've really changed the audio. Coal we want a lot of. Alright. And crude oil, we just want that cranked up. Yeah. So we're gonna generate a couple of maps here. Oh wait. That's right. StarCraft? What is StarCraft? Okay, StarCraft is a real-time strategy game I used to play all the time back in the 90s and 2000s. It was one of the more popular multiplayer games on Battle.net, where you could actually go online to battle people head-to-head or in groups of, any configuration, up to 8 players. And it was really intense. Like, people got really competitive. It's still a very competitive thing. It's actually a national game, like a national pastime in South Korea, and it is fantastic. It's kind of a base builder type thing, but it's also, managing armies and stuff. Enemy, not very frequent, not very big. We don't want much evolution. Okay. Whoops. That's not what I want. Free play. Are my settings saved? Did it? Yes, it did. Okay. Preview. New preview. This one looks good. Stone and coal are connected. Sorry about the squishy noises in the background. I'll get those taken care of soon. Can we not have those bunched up? Okay, that looks pretty good. Play. Alright, it's been a while since I've played Factorio. So, for anyone who is watching that is like a pro gamer, Factorio expert, like I am not a speedrunner. So it's been a hot minute since I played this, so I'm not very fast at the moment. StarCraft itself is, I mean, maybe it's still popular, but like StarCraft 2 has kind of taken over, and there's like other things that have kind of taken the place of the original StarCraft, just because it's such a dated game. So we have a wreckage here. I'm actually going to leave that spaceship here. We crashed on a planet. We are here. We are here. Here is somewhere. So we have our dude. He's got some hustle in him. He moves pretty fast. Like, you know, he's our little engineer guy. So he's kind of stranded. His ship crash landed. And what we are trying to do is we're trying to, well, find a way off this planet. It's Stardew Valley in space. Maybe? What we're going to do is we're going to, well, we're going to start grinding things into a box. So I put some wood in this burner mining drill. Does your little space guy have a name? Fork once. I mean, we could name him. What are we going to name the engineer guy? Let's call him Waldo. Tim. Some call him Tim. Oh. Cool. Waldo. Yeah, he's lost. Where's Waldo? Alright, so we've got some iron. What I want to do is I want to turn that iron into iron plates. Also, I want to get some stone. So take that burner mining drill and put it there. Yeah. Gosh, this is so different from when I last played it. They've really put a lot more polish onto it. I'm excited to play it and get into it again. Yeah, so we're just going to clear out some trees. We're going to let that machine do its thing for a little bit. Here's some water. We have some water. That's good. Something tells me we're not going to stay in this area for too long. Just call it a hunch. I mean, maybe we can, but like there seems to be a lot more out there that would be more valuable to get than just in this whole starter area. There's not enough copper, not enough iron. Huh. Awesome. What have they changed? The interface, it used to be a lot more simple. Some of the high resolution graphics, like, it might be hard to tell, but like there's some texture pack changes, like there's a button. No. Yeah, whatever. I can't find the button for it, but apparently there's just a lot of graphics changes. Seems to be running smoother too. Not that it wasn't smooth before, but I don't want tips. Plates. We can make another couple of mining drills. That's good. Okay, so mining drills. These things, I placed them on top of coal, so they're going to start producing coal. And so this one will produce coal and it'll inject it into this one, and this one produces coal and it'll inject it into this one. And these yellow arrows point to where they're going to inject it into. So these are going to bounce back and forth, getting more and more coal, and I can just keep picking that up. Cool. So these will run essentially forever until they run out of inventory space that I can't that I can actually pick up from outside. So that's my fuel source now. I don't have to power these things with trees anymore. I can power it with coal until I run out of coal, but each of these can harvest 2.5k and 7.1k coal, which is a lot. We're gonna have a few more furnaces, and yeah, this one's producing, or not producing rather. We can actually just inject it right into that. Oh, still getting used to this. Let me just turn that all into furnaces. So I need 9 iron plates and 5 stone in order to make one of these burner mining drills. So I have 11 plates. Okay. Need some coal for that. Pick up the coal. Put it into the burner mining drill. This has coal. This has coal. So now I'm producing more iron plates faster. Okay. I'm going to make another one of these burner mining drills. And I'm going to put coal in that. So now I'm going to make another one. Okay, get some more coal. I'm going to get another one of these burner mining drills and then actually have it exclusively produce stone. So we'll get some coal from here, because we want to be able to make more of these furnaces and miners, right? That's the ultimate goal. So we want that to be, can we make that number 1? So no matter what, if I press 1, it'll pop up. Okay, cool. Get another mining drill, put it right there. Get stone faster. Get 2 more of those, yep. Put the iron there. More stone. those? Okay, so we're getting a lot of burners. Now one thing about this is that they actually, if you see, if you, I don't know if you need to squint there, but they have a mining speed, a mining area, and pollution. The pollution aspect is actually kind of important, because pollution, the more we pollute, the more we attract the locals. So right now we're producing these squares of pollution here, the red. And we just don't want to produce too much, otherwise we'll be in trouble. Okay, so we want that there, and that there. So now these will go in a circle, producing coal forever and ever, until they run out. Now we have a lot more stone for furnaces, a lot more iron for burners. You know what, we can do other things. So we have 4 separate categories of building stuff, or crafting. Logistics, production, intermediate products, and combat. For production, we have the ability to make steam engines, boilers, electric mining drills, and offshore pumps. Electric mining drills, of course, they need electricity. In order to produce electricity, you can make a steam engine. They will produce 900 kilowatts of electricity. In order for that to be useful, we actually need to have some copper wire. So let's get some copper. Doot. So this will produce some copper. Get a couple more burners. I love the soundtrack to this game. It is so awesome. Like, it's kind of chill at first, but then there's like a dark seriousness to it. And it gets intense, and you know. But for the most part, it has a pretty chill vibe to it. I dig it. It's one of those ASMR things, I guess. Aside from the MIDI flute, we have a steel drum in the background, which is a perfect choice of instrument. I'm somewhat of an audiophile. I love interesting and new sounds and high quality audio. And there's something about the steel drum that just tickles my ears. Alright, so we're good on production of plates for now. We now have enough copper plates for an offshore pump. I know you said it was different than what it was. Do you like this one more? This version of the game? Oh, you mean the soundtrack? This soundtrack is the original soundtrack. The one at the menu screen is different. Which is the one I wasn't used to. I was like, oh, this is new. But yes, it stays true to the original, which is something I very much like. Alright, so we're now crafting a crap ton of stuff. A crap ton. So we've got some production going. It's not automated. I kind of have to hand feed it stuff. Like, in order for this to work, I have to put stuff into it. It doesn't run by itself. Which is something that I regrettably need to do. So we have our offshore pump already there. It produces water. For free, I guess. And let's see here. What we need to do is we need to put some boilers here. These are boilers. They take in water and they output steam. Oh, they take in water and fuel. And we can use wood, coal, solid fuel, rocket fuel, and nuclear fuel. But right now we only have access to coal and wood. So we shall use that. What I'm doing is I'm laying some electrical lines. Okay. Get some more plates. Get some more stone. Alright, so these need they need to be on an electrical grid, so they are now on that grid, just like within the blue squares here. Now you might be saying these need fuel and I could just put stuff in there, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to create these things called burner inserters. They're a kind of inserter. They take stuff from one location and they put it into another. Why is that useful? Well, let's say we have a conveyor belt that runs from our coal factory all the way up there. Cut these trees out of the way. Get some more of those. Alright. So we have our burner inserters. I'm actually going to move these two. So let's do that and get them started. Then we can take these guys and we'll have them output onto these conveyor belts. And oh, we need more iron. Take coal off of the belt, put it in the inserter, or put it in the burner. So we just need to start them up. They'll start producing coal, putting it onto the conveyor belt. The burner inserters will put coal in themselves because that's what they run off of. And then they'll start to put coal back into these these burner drills. There we go. Once these are fueled enough, they'll stop putting coal into them, and the coal will just run on the conveyor belt. I think once it reaches like 5 fuel. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so walking down the line here, the coal is going to be picked up by these guys and put into the boilers, which will then start producing electricity with the steam engines. Oops. We need another one of those. And more pipes. We need... oh, let's see. 124 iron plates. Almost there. Furnaces, let's make them all. Okay, so these are running. That's good. We're now producing electricity. These aren't powering anything, by the way. They're just kind of sitting here. What we want to use them to power is electric mining drills and labs. Labs are important. Labs, they process science. Not just any kind of science. Science in a bottle. Science in a bottle. Labs are going to be... I want them to be in a specific location, and it's going to be far away from... it's going to seem like it's far away, but in reality it is not far away at all. Let's just get rid of all these trees. Okay. Four. Or five, rather. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's put this over here. Right here. And we'll have it process 10 science packs for automation research. Okay. These are still running. Get some more coal. Get some more iron. I'm gonna start making these things, the electronic circuits. Produce more copper plates because we need more electronic circuits. We're going to need a lot of electronic circuits. How you guys doing? Are you following? You checking it out? Definitely a soothing quality to this game. Yes. I did reduce the amount of biters in the game, so yeah, it will be kind of soothing, but there's other versions, or other methods of play, one of which is called Death World, where biter settings are turned way the fuck up, and it's very difficult to survive, and you have to create like all sorts of crazy hacked together solutions. Like you have to automate the production of bullets and turret guns and walls within like the first 20 minutes, and it's difficult to do. These are electric. Okay, good. if you're constantly under attack by biters that really don't like pollution, and they get bigger with pollution, the goal is to not pollute. But if you can't help but pollute, they'll still come for you, and they'll still get bigger, and you have to find a way to overcome them faster than they can get bigger, which in some circumstances is a very, very tough ask. Just kind of complete that circuit there. Love that the game has made considering pollution a requirement. Yeah, in late game, it doesn't really matter. In late game, you have access to all sorts of stuff. For example, the bomb. It's an option. You can make an atomic bomb, and biters will no longer be a problem. Yeah. I mean, when I first played this game and I was like on my own and I didn't have any expectations for like what was going to happen, like I got attacked by biters within the first half hour, and I was like, oh dang, how do I fix this? I'm being attacked. They're coming every couple of minutes. So like, you know, I built a base and I holed myself in, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna build off of what I have here. And I realized that what I did was I stopped myself from being able to expand efficiently to overcome other obstacles, like running out of resources. Because like you can run out of resources. Like there are values to these patches of resources. This is 1.1 million iron ore, which you can go through pretty quickly. The coal here, like it doesn't last forever. Coal is a finite resource. There's a day-night cycle. You can take advantage of the day cycle by producing solar panels, but the solar panels are very almost prohibitively expensive in the early game, and they will completely outpace your production of plastics or circuitry in order to make them, and steel. You need steel to make them. And right now I don't know how to make steel. It's not something I've researched yet, which is why we have the laboratory. But I don't want to have to hand feed this stuff, right? Right? So what's Waldo to do? What is a Waldo to do? What is a Waldo to do? Here's what. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So now we have these blueprints to work off of. I can fill them in, of course. What does it take to actually power this thing? Coal and ore. And we have finite coal. We have finite ore. And let's see here. Do we have any more of these? I'm going to actually take these, and these are going to be repurposed for ore production. We'll start here. Okay. Okay. We're going to also need some power poles, a lot of power poles. These are going to be there. These are going to be there. Okay. Gosh, I missed this game. I didn't realize I did, but, you know, I really did. This is nice. I love being able to work on just a simple automation process and have it become, you know, something more. Okay. Let's get more furnaces. So iron is going to be going there. We're going to have an inserter. Take from a box, put it in there. Is Waldo going to be here alone forever? I'm glad you asked. No. Waldo gets to make friends. Waldo gets to make friends. Oops, we're gonna do that. We're gonna make a crap ton more circuits. Like, make friends or make friends. I mean, like, he actually produces them on a factory line. He gets to make drones. Okay. Here's how we automate iron. Robots are friends until they stage an uprising. Oh, we're not talking about AI here. We're just talking about stupid machines. Like, things that do what you tell them to do. This may become evident in the future. We're gonna... let's just pick up some of this coal here. We got an excess of it. Do I have any more steam engines? I will soon. Not soon enough. But isn't Waldo going to be lonely? I mean, he'll have the biters. Let's make more circuitry. Can I do that? No. Got all this wood. Let's just put it in a box. He's got pockets like whoa, similar to the engineer lady at the, or the pioneer lady in Satisfactory. This game came first. So what I've done here is I've combined two belts. We have one belt coming from the north with iron ore on it. We have one belt coming from the south with coal on it. The coal will help produce fuel for these burners, which are being inserted by electric inserters, which I can make in abundance. Doot, 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 doot. Alright. Here at the bottom we will have two inserters putting things into boxes. Alright, coal, more coal goes in there. So we're just kind of doing that for now, but we also, what we want to do is we want to automate that. Not only do we want to automate like the production of iron plates, we want to automate the production of something vastly more important. So here we have your run-of-the-mill assembler. And what it can do is it can produce simple parts. It's going to take 2 iron plates per cycle and make an iron gear, or gear wheel. And this one is going to take an iron plate and an iron gear wheel to produce 2 transport belts. Okay. 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 These guys are going to put back. Whoops. So this is going to be wonderful for production. What we also need to do, we plain old need to make we need to make gears just by themselves. So I'm gonna get another assembler. And this is going to make Gear wheels. Okay. Good. Good, good, good. We're running out of coal here. So, what are we going to do? We're going to get some more coal from our machines up here. Take some off the conveyor belt. Walk back down. Put it in the box. Okay. What's the next thing on the list? We want logistics. How many packs of science do we have? 20. We have 20. The lab is here. The lab is here. I want the lab to be... I guess I want the lab to be on the east side. Does Waldo have to find things to eat? No. Though he can. He can find some fish. He can eat fish. We're gonna put the lab right there and produce logistics science. Okay, we have more gear wheels. The thing about gear wheels is that they're a component in making science. We need 1 gear wheel, 1 copper plate per automation science pack. Oh, let's see here. Electronic circuits, there's something that we need. You may notice that logistics takes time to crunch through. So like 15 seconds per 1 automation science pack. And one might say, that is quite slow. 15 seconds. And I need to do that 15 times. Let's get that wood back. I'm just gonna use that for, well, I guess for power poles, but also for these. I know it's inefficient, but whatever. I've got an abundance of trees. How's our production of conveyor belts doing? Quite well. Okay. We can increase our production of iron ore. So these produce how many per second? Every half second. No, not every half second. It's more like a second and a half. Oh, it's because of the hardness of the iron itself. Every 2 seconds, yeah. 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, yep. Okay, I know this is going to be inefficient, but my world. Electricity production, 1.2 megawatts being consumed out of 3.6. Okay. We need another lab. We need more copper. And iron. Oh. Let's grab these guys. So this iron ore, this can just be shoved into one of these things. Or a bunch of them. And then we will get copper. We have copper plates. Okay. More electronic circuits. And gear wheels. Let's just grab some of this iron too. Yum yum yum. So these guys, labs, I'm going to kind of stagger a little bit. Oh, this is almost done. Didn't I have 20 of those? Okay. So we now have logistics. We want to make steel isn't super important right now. Being able to defend ourselves, that's somewhat important. Never know what you're going to run into. So we have these iron gears, which we are going to need. We're going to need to put into these machines. Which will then take they'll take from here, and they will insert, these red ones will insert into there. This will produce science. Copper plates. There. And here we go. What we can do, I mean, this isn't like a permanent solution, which is like that's the phrase that you don't want to hear from a Factorio player. This isn't a permanent solution. Put these on there. Now this is going to automatically crunch science. So we got a bunch of belts. Belts, belts, belts. Time to fill in some of these other ghosties. Okay. Optics. We need more of these. Okay, that's 14, right? So, the goal is to get off the planet. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with getting off planets. Usually requires a rocket. And rockets, well, they're not the easiest thing in the world to build. It took NASA hundreds of contractors to produce the thousands and thousands of types of parts from, I'm guessing, hundreds of thousands of tons of material, because they need facilities, they need the production lineup, they need the actual parts that go into the rocket, they need the parts that go into the scaffolding, they need the parts that go into the, like, everything. It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of resources. This kind of puts that into perspective, like the scale at which that was done in the 60s from scratch, from nothing. Like, do you guys know how much stuff goes into the production of a rocket from scratch? It's a lot. When I first started this game, like, I was a Minecraft player. I played this game, like, for, 5 minutes and was like, oh, easy game. It's, you craft things in your inventory, right? No. You just get the next better machine to make your stuff. No. No. That's not how you reduce your workload. You reduce your workload by producing more machines that produce stuff. It doesn't matter how fast they produce them, just that they do. That's kind of the point. So your question again. I'm not sure what the question was. I am not sure what the question was. Do you need another production line for copper? Well, here's what we have. We have a production line for iron here. This is one line for iron. I'm going to have 3 more lines for iron. I'm going to have 4 more lines for copper. And actually I did this backwards. I need to have copper coming in through here and iron coming in through here. So, yeah. I think I'll have to cut resources here, feed a line in here, and then we'll be in business. Okay. These components, these are splitters. What it does is it takes a conveyor belt full of stuff and it splits it into 2 lanes. And the side of the lane that it's on actually matters. So if I put in, like, resources on the left side of the lane, it'll split onto the left side of the lane on both ends. So here's how I have it set up. So we're going to be using a lot more coal. twice as much. Still running through our copper. We're going to change this up a little later. Now you might be asking, why would I need 4 lanes of 4 lanes of iron here if I'm only just going to use one like this? Well, well. I'm going to combine stuff. So here's where I'm going to have that, and then that. Neither of us on this end have the patience to play these kinds of games. That's okay. You don't have to. So let's see here. We want these to go this way. Okay. We're going to have this go down here. I was just still thinking about how the goal is to get off the planet and how many resources you have to produce to get that end product. Yeah, yeah. So we haven't even started making rocket parts yet. Haven't even started making steel yet. Haven't even started making plastic yet. Okay. Filthy, filthy plastic. Okay. Okay. Copper. Oh, that's right, we don't have iron. That's what we were missing. So we're missing iron. If Naomi and I were to, were Waldo, and we would just surrender and choose to live on this planet forever. Some people do that. It's not the best way to go. The residents are non-sentient. No rockets, no rocket parts necessary. Fair enough. So there's that. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. Is this gonna work? Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So we'll have iron here, copper here, but we're actually going to flip it. It's going to be copper here, iron there. So let's sever the line. Let's collect all this iron. I guess I'm kind of doing this old-fashioned way because I think they actually changed it so you can... Yeah, they have filters on these now. Let's get some of those gears. Okay. So we have gears, we have copper. we need to do is we need to produce copper. Let's get some mining drills. So this is going to be the iron line. Alright. I may end the stream soon. It is 9 o'clock, and my wife just texted me saying she may have a craving for Cinnabon. Be with the Crostana in due time. Oh, Cinnabon's not open anyway. Is Cinnabon the pregnancy craving? No, it's potatoes. Potatoes are the other craving. This is a potato baby. Potatoes. The bad lip reading of that potatoes meme is Mo Naked Hose. Mo Naked Hose. Alright, so we're gonna reroute the iron to be there. I don't want to pick up any of this ore bullshit. Doot. I also want to leave a lot of this stuff here. Mining drills. Doot. It's not gonna. Okay, good. Okay, so we have the infrastructure to smelt all this copper. We need to produce the copper ore. We need to electrify the miners. Okay. Miners are electrified. How are we doing on power? We're using a bit of power. Okay. Iron, oh, I'm gonna have to pick that up. Shoot. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, golly. Alright, I didn't do things right here, so there's a mix of iron and copper on the line. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I'm going to put this down. We now have copper successfully producing on this line. That's just in. Your second child is a hobbit. Concerning hobbits. Hobbits are concerning. Alright, we got a lot of plates. Is that all the iron? We got all the iron. Mission accomplished. Alright, so we need to do that. It's always just a little more. Just a little more. It's like I've created this thing that I need to feel like it's complete, and I guess I have done that with the copper. Not yet with the iron. Alright, so I'm going to save the game. Save as concerning hobbits. Okay guys, thanks so much for joining me for Factorio. I'll be playing this in the future. This is going to be a journey. And it's not like I need to focus on Factorio as I'm playing it. Like, we could totally have conversations and stuff. It's like, you know, it's kind of just a hobby. So, yeah, I really love this game. One of my all-time favorites. I'm happy to play it. So if you guys, if you need a little more time to recuperate with your arm and everything, I'm so sorry that it's still hurting. But I'm also not sorry that I get to play Factorio. So yeah, it's good to have a chance to play it. I will catch you guys later. Hope you have a good evening. Yeah. Thanks for joining.